Hey friend, welcome to the Badass is the New Black podcast, where our motto is done is better than perfect. I'm Chrissy Chin, here on a mission to help you grow your business online, turn your leads into lifelong customers, and scale to six figures and beyond so you can work less and enjoy and earn a whole lot more. Most importantly, I'm a laid-back wife, a mom, a friend who started as a peds nurse, turned network marketer, and now a serial entrepreneur. This podcast is for ambitious people with an idea, a vision, but no idea how to get there. On this podcast, I'll give actionable steps to keep you moving forward while you learn new business strategies, better systems and processes, marketing, sales, all the things you need to build and scale a blissful business that keeps your pocketbooks growing. Grab a beverage, open up your notes app, and let's get to it. Welcome to Season 5, Episode 15, where we're going to talk about what to do when you get in a rut and essentially how to get yourself out of it. Before we dive in, I'm Chrissy Chin. I'm here on a mission to help you work less and enjoy and earn more with a strategy for your business, automation in your business, and a beautiful professional website with high converting funnels. I want to share a huge win from one of our students before we really dive into this topic. Lori, who signed up with Build a Blissful Business on the very first day that the cart opened a few weeks ago. And before even the cart was closed, she posted in the community, "Oh my gosh, I already have my freebie created." That thing that you're going to use to build your email list through our trainings and our templates, she was already getting it done super quick. So huge shout out to Lori, one of our Build a Blissful Business students. Kudos to you and all of our other students. We've got such an amazing community in there right now. They're engaging with one another, they're helping one another, supporting one another, and they are getting the work done. So kudos, cheers to our Build a Blissful Business students out there that are listening right now. I just want you to know that I'm incredibly proud of you. You are crushing it. And so keep up the great work. And if you didn't jump in with us this time around, maybe the timing wasn't right for you, I want to celebrate you for just keeping moving forward in your business and doing the little things that you can be doing along the way until the next time the doors open and maybe the time is right for you and maybe it's a much better time. So keep your chin up. Maybe we'll see you soon. Maybe you're someone who's feeling like you're in a rut right now. This episode is going to be for you. And if you're not in a rut, there's going to be a point in time where your high comes to an end. And maybe you find yourself in a low before you get to another high. It's never, whenever they show that business model where it's that person hiking up the mountain and it's just a straight line up to the top, that is not the reality. The reality is it's like a squiggly line going up and down and up and down and up and down all throughout your business over the years. No matter how much success you have had, there are moments where you kind of fall into this rut, and it could be something going on in your life. It could be something going on in your business. You might be going through something. And I realized last week that everyone is going through something. You are going through something. Your neighbor is going through something. The cashier at the grocery store is going through something. And no matter how big or how small that thing is for you or anyone else, it's important because it's impacting your life in any sort of way. And majority of the time, we have no idea what someone is struggling with because, we're proud humans and we don't want to show all of our struggles out there. And besides, the cashier at the grocery store is not going to disclose all of the things that they're struggling with at home, right? But they might be a little grumpy towards you and you might be like, "Oh, well, they were rude." But maybe something just happened and they're devastated. Maybe they split up with their partner, or maybe, they're late on a mortgage payment. You just never know. And I really realized that this week that everyone's going through something. Like as the CEO of a company, I often feel a lot of pressure at times to make sure that this business is incredibly successful because I have people who are working for me that are counting on me, right? We had a family member who's been in the hospital for 6 weeks with their newborn baby and their sweet baby passed away. They're going through such a huge life change and shift right now. I'm seeing people out there struggling with their finances. The financial stress can be a huge strain on your day-to-day life. Maybe, I dealt with this back injury that's had nerve pain. That is like, now I can relate so well to people that are just struggling with nerve issues and back pain and how debilitating it is. And literally moments where the kids are coming at me and I'm in pain and it's like my nervous system is in overload and it's like, I can't take it anymore. Or I was having trouble focusing on my work and getting things done because I'm just constantly thinking about the pain. Now I've done a lot of therapies and things to get that to subside, and it's getting so much better, so I can celebrate that. But in the moment, oh my gosh, it was just causing a lot of, I would lash out at things. I would yell at my children because I'm in pain and they're bugging me and they have no idea, right? So, think twice about like honking in that road rage when someone cuts you off, because maybe they're so spaced out. Maybe something just happened and they weren't even thinking and it was an accident, right? And the truth is that it doesn't matter if you view someone else's struggle as smaller than yours. You might think, I just lost a child. And Chrissy, you're talking about some nerve pain that's going to go away. Hopefully. But it doesn't matter how small it is, how big it is, because to them, it's big, right? It's incredibly big, no matter on the outside or from your perspective, how bad or easy it looks to get through. And so I've just learned that no matter how big or small something appears on the outside, the reality is it's a big deal because it's affecting their life and they're struggling. And so I don't care if it looks like something small to me. What matters is that, how it's impacting their life. And so, I said that we're going to talk about how to get out of a rut. Maybe you're in that position where you're in a rut right now. Maybe it's a relationship rut. I know this is more of a business podcast. Maybe it's a business rut. Maybe you're not making the sales that you once were. You're feeling down and you're like, oh, how am I going to dig myself out of this? I feel like in such a rut and I want to get through this, but I don't really know how to do it. Chrissy, give me the magical answer on this podcast episode so that I can get out of this rut in the next 20 minutes. The truth is that there's no magical answer to do that in 20 minutes, to turn your life around, to get out of this rut. The truth is that these low moments where you feel like life is not going your way that you had hoped, it's not how you had pictured it in the past. You had pictured this moment in the future and it's not what you thought it was going to be. Maybe you had wished it was easier or better, that this is, you just wished it was easier or better, and it's not. This is not the time to try and get out of it as fast as you possibly can. So I'm not going to have the magical answer to say, do this thing and tomorrow you'll be out of your rut. I'm here to actually talk about the truth of what these ruts are and what they do for your business, these lows, whether it's a life or a business low. And the truth is that you don't fight it, you embrace it. And you use this time to learn and understand more about you, why you feel this way, or maybe how you ended up in this situation. Because action needs to be taken. Okay, and processing through that. How did I get here? That's something that happened like after my divorce. And I remember my divorce way back when I was young, my first marriage. And I remember my oldest sister, Katie, asking me, how do you think you ended up in that relationship? It was a very toxic relationship. And I was like, oh, that's a good question. So like doing some deep inner work to kind of figure out, why did I fall into that? How did I get there? And learning more about myself and what maybe I was drawn to be able to grow from that situation and not have it happen again. Or let's say you end up in a financial situation where you're feeling like you're living paycheck to paycheck and strapped for cash. And maybe this is a moment in time to take a serious look at your finances. Maybe business isn't as successful as it was. Let's take a look at the finances first. How are you living your life? Maybe you had, we tend to, live, if we make more money, we increase our expenses, right? So then if your income drops, you're like, oh, this ain't going to work anymore, right? So assessing how you're living your life now, and does it need to be a shift? There's a new show on Netflix called How to Get Rich. And of course, with the title, you think it's going to be a show about just teaching you how to make a bunch of money. But what he's really doing in there is he's going into people's lives and he's helping them take a look at their finances and how they're living their life, and helping them get a handle on where they're spending their money and how they can spend their money in a different way. And every single person, basically the idea is that you can have a rich life without making millions of dollars, right? Because everyone's perception of their rich life, a life that they love and enjoy, is different. And so, he's kind of going in and helping them create this rich life, which doesn't necessarily mean I'm helping you generate $1 million. I'm helping you see what matters to you. And oftentimes we need money to live our life well, right? And so he's taking a deep look at the finances. You have a different version of what your rich life would look like, and I have a different version of what my rich life would look like, because we all have different interests and desires. And so I want to encourage you that when you feel like you're in a low or you're in a rut, instead of panicking, I know the anxiety can kick in and it can be overwhelming. Take a deep breath and then try to figure out how did I get to this point, and what is it that I need to look at, dive in deep and explore within to grow from this situation. How am I going to use this opportunity to learn and grow, to be a better human and a better person, a better mother, sister, father, brother? Because we enter these lows and these valleys often, ups and downs, right? And these lows and these valleys are really actually there to prepare us for that next high. They are here to help us grow and expand so that when that next high is coming, we can take it in and we can even get there. Sometimes we have to dig deep within. We have to hit these lows, maybe it feels like rock bottom, to be able to grow so that we can actually level up and reach that goal that we want, whether it's a business goal or life goal. The lows are not going to be there forever. You are not going to be in this rut forever. So use them for their purpose. Use them to be able to grow into a more amazing person, to fully experience and embrace what's coming next. And remember, everyone out there is going through something of their own. And if you need to talk to someone about what's going on for you, to find that safe space, then I encourage you to do that, to get that support that you need, to work through this rut, this low that you're experiencing, so you can grow as a person, you can grow as an entrepreneur, and you can reach those goals. And I want you to know that I believe in you. I'm cheering for you, and I'm here for you. And where you are, wherever you find yourself, if you're in a rut right now or not, it's going to be a small amount of time compared to your entire life. And whatever happens in the future, know that this is going to help you grow stronger, and you're going to move past it. And you're doing incredible things already. Even if you feel like you're not, you are doing incredible things already. And you're making a huge impact on this world. And we need you. So don't give up, and keep working towards your goals and your dreams. And dig deep when you're in these low spaces to grow and expand. That's it. That's my message for you today. Maybe it hits home for one person. If it does, that's great. Let me know. Reach out. I'm here on Instagram, the Chrissy Chin _ on Instagram. Send me a message. I'm cheering you on, and I will see you next week on the podcast. Thank you so much for tuning in. If you got some value out of this episode, I would love some support. And the best way to do that, so I can keep showering you with loads of actionable tips, is to hit that subscribe button. Leave a review or a comment if you're on YouTube, and share this podcast with a friend. And when you share it with a friend on social, please tag me so I can reshare your share in my stories. It's been an absolute pleasure hanging out. I appreciate the heck out of you for showing up. And now it's time for you to take imperfect action so you can work less and enjoy and earn a whole lot more.